are. Good Saturday, bright sun, a nice day. A nice day for racing.
And gentlemen, please remove your hat as Nadine Durrett sings our national anthem.
I don't think so.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, thank you very much, Nadine. Welcome once again to Seekonk Speedway. This is our final regular Saturday night of racing in the 1997 season, and it is the final night for points for the Pro Stocks. Tonight we will crown our 1997 Pro Stock champion. The points for the Formula 4s, the Seekonk Sports Trucks, the Sportsman Division, and the Street Stocks will all go to Saturday and Sunday, October 11th and 12th, for the 6th annual D. Anthony Vendetti Memorial Race. Along with those four divisions, the Pro Stocks, along with the Northeast Pro Stock Association, will be on hand. The Northeast Midget Association will be here, the Pro 4 Modifieds, and the New England Legend Cars all on hand. That's Saturday and Sunday, October 11th and 12th, for the 6th annual D. Anthony Vendetti Memorial Weekend. Tickets for adults, just $25 apiece. Children 12 and under, children under 12, just $5 each. So be sure to mark that date down on your calendar.
SI Trucking, Bedford Street Engines, Super Sports number 89. It's going to be Gary Wainwright. Outside of Gary, out of Block Island, Rhode Island, and the Captain Nick. Pizzeria, Spear Construction 62. It's Steve Sisson with Barry Shore Jr. in the Pine Hill Service, Grove Collision number 85, and Dana Savory in the Old Cape Machine Shop, New England Video number 78. Bumper tag throughout the field already as Alan Correa and Billy Beardwood drop a bunch of positions through the back of the field, with Gary Wainwright, the 13 of Rob Murphy, the 24 of Rob Rose, Richard Blair in the 55, your top four cars, where Blair's got a lot of pressure from the 01 of Steve Randall. The battle continues for that fourth spot between the 55 of Blair. Now the 116 of Jim Sylvia gets into it as he works the high side. Randall down low coming off that second corner. And Murphy takes a bit at the high side of your leader, Gary Wainwright. Little action on the back straightaway. Beardwood and the 78 of Savory get together. And Barry Shaw spins down in the infield, bringing out the first caution. Consolation round, looking for it. There it is. The green is out, and we're back underway. Wainwright gets the quick jump over the 13 of Murphy as Murphy holds on a second. Rose and Blair battling for that third spot. The 116 of Sylvia, though, making it 3 wide through turns 3 and 4, along with Steve Randall in the 01 as they head off the fourth corner down across the straight. Sylvia trying to get the handles on that third groove as he drops back just a little bit to the outside of Correa, and the 85 of Shaw making it 4 wide heading into the third corner, and there's just not enough room for 4 wide in the streets, but everybody able to make it out.
The 2-lap signal is being given at this moment, so there's only 2 to go, Kev. 89 looks like he's going to hang in there to take this win, but only time will tell.
White flag is out one more time around for Speedy Wainwright and the 13 of Murphy as they battle for the top spot. Third is the 01 of Steve Randall. Rose sits fourth. Blair and the 116 round out the top six, I'm sorry. Checkered flag is out, and here they come down for the finish. And Speedy Wainwright takes down the win. Murphy in for second, Randall third, Robert Rose fourth, Richard Blair in the 55 fifth, and the 116.
And how many qualified? Eight. Well, old Speedy Wainwright took it off from pole position and did his job. And as we see his progress here at the Seekonk Speedway, and of course, there's never a dull moment. The second event of the evening is about to take place, and it is the consolation event for the sportsman division. This is another race held off from last week. We find Bob Wainwright in the Richard Wainwright automobile, the Big Zero out of Brockton, Mass, in pole position. Outside pole. In his own automobile, it's Steve Taylor in the number 4, the Industrial Electric Company automobile. Bob Wright coming down for the green flag as they come. Ed Garrington gives it the over. Well, we got a little, not quite the number.
Kenny Spencer trying to make it in as they head into the first corner. Wright goes around.
Whoa, the Zero goes around, and it looks like he's along with Linwood Cohen.
Well, that's going to bring out a caution as they both start. Green, Ed Garrington letting them go as we're back underway.
And Kenny Spencer does take the lead, and while Corey Boudreau, shoots, he shot out of a cannon, but he didn't see the caution light. Corey must have figured his time. Take it on, Kev.
Well, here they go one more time. Green is out, and Spencer again gets a good jump. This time it was legal. Corey Boudreau trying to work the outside. Angelo D'Amelio in the number 5, the big guy out of Bridgewater, Mass, working the inside of Corey for that second spot. So the 81 of Lawrence squeezes in for 4th, looks to make it 3 wide as they head down the front straightaway. Trying to make a bit underneath D'Amelio, but just not enough room there. Becker in the 96 of Robert Clark battle for that 5th spot, with McGee 7th and the battle for 8th between Scott Footer in the 93 and Fireball Young in the number 99, battling all the way through 8 cars to qualify in this consolation round. D'Amelio works his way up into 2nd. Battle for 3rd as Corey Boudreau tries to hold on. The 81 of Lawrence sits 4th. Clark now up to 5th in the number 96. Fibber McGee in the number 10 works his way up to 7th, with Fireball Young hanging all over the back bumper, or at least what's left of it, as they head down into turn number 1. Remember, just 8 cars to qualify. Now the 99 of Young sits 8th. He looks like he's going to be in the show if he can hold on to where he's at. This time by, the cross flags are out. 6 laps complete, 6 laps to go in this consolation round. Out front, Kenny Spencer continues to set the pace. Angelo D'Amelio runs 2nd, 3rd between the 81 of James Lawrence and the 21 of Corey Boudreau, battle side by side, lap after lap, with Robert Clark in the 96 right there rounding out the top 5, with Becker, McGee, and Young your top 8. Linwood Cowan has worked his way up to 9th and works the back bumper of the Glenn Young in that black and red number 99, trying to work his way into a qualifying spot. Kenny Spencer continuing to hold on to that top spot. With just 3 laps to go that time by, Angelo D'Amelio 2nd, Corey Boudreau hanging on for 3rd on the outside of James Lawrence. This time by, the sticks are up, just 2 to go. For Spencer, D'Amelio, Boudreau, Lawrence, Clark, McGee, Becker, and Glenn Young as they battle for that final qualifying spot. Young on the inside, the 00 of McGee hanging on the outside. Linwood Cowan makes a bid to the outside of the 99 with 1 lap to go. That's going to be the last qualifying spot between Cowan and Glenn Young as they head into 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway the final time. Cowan again makes a bid to the outside, loses a bit of ground. Up front though, Kenny Spencer takes the win. Angelo D'Amelio 2nd. Lawrence in for 4th, right behind the 21 of Corey Boudreau. Robert Clark round.
Transmission sponsored automobile. Pat McCrohan in the rusty John Marshall prepared Pat automobile number 65. in the M&M Landscaping AJ Engines automobile. Stanley Sherman, the second. In 15th position, we find Al Pitsley, and we don't have time to give them all as the green flies, and we're on our way. It will be over a 20-lap distance in the car number 14, Jay Macedonia. Takes the lead while the number 3, Jeff Carter, drops in the second. Whoa, get a little swirly there. And we're okay. We seem to pull out of it all right. Everything's under control. It was the car number 12, Ethel. Get it all together, Ethel. You're doing just fine. The number 14 to 3, and the very speedy number 26 has moved to 1, 2, and 3, followed by the Deuce in 4th position. As we look through the field, Robin is right behind Ray Soulier there. Robin Sloan, one of our favorite people, behind Ray Soulier in that third turn. Coming out of the 4th, they're doing well. The 92 holding its own. While Jay Macedonia seems to be running all away from everybody. And the 3 of Jeff Carter holding in very close to second. We're keeping an eye on Ryan Clark in the 21 and see how close Dad in the number 1 is going to get it. The Ray Soulier, once again, taking his time, taking his way through traffic, is moving along very, very slowly and cautiously as he trails the 92 and the number 1 of Bill Clark. Jay Macedonia, Jeff Carter doing an outstanding job out front there. As the number 26 of Mark DeJesus. Mark DeJesus in the 26.
Is that how you say his name, Mark DeJesus?
The Deuce, the 63, the 13, and the 21 have a raging battle going for that number 4th position. What?
Oh,
We have a caution?
Joey LeMay into the front stretch wall right in front of our starters.
15 to go as they come down for the green, and we've got ourselves a race one more time.
Well, this
14
time,
to 3. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
this time Carter was able to hold on heading into 1, but doesn't have it coming off the second corner as Macedonio jumps out front. DeJesus at second, and now look at the 92 working the 3rd groove. And that Columbus Auto Sales number 92, that's Brian Souza trying to work his way towards the front. Ray Soulier and Brian Clark playing a little bit of bumper tag. That's bringing them both back through the field.
They're looking good, the 14, the 26, and the 63. And the old veteran Bill Clark has moved that number 1 into 5th position at this point, followed very, very closely by the number 20, Stanley Sherman. The cross flags, starter Ed Yarrington said it's half over, guys.
It's half over.
10 more to go.
It's half over, but DeJesus takes over the lead as they come across the stripe, heading down the back straightaway. Macedonio falls back to second, squeezing the 63 as they head down into turn number 3. The 13 of Billy Flint, who sits second in the points, and even 100 points behind Ray Soulier as he tries to work his way up towards the front.
Mark has done pretty well. He started off in 4th position and has moved his way up. Look at that old Bill Clark. Started in 10th position, and he's moved right in there into the running. The 63 of Mike Butts started off 6th. He's now currently running 2nd. So it's going to be a showdown here as these super truck boys put it to work here. And Ray Soulier has just got to finish in a decent spot, and he's done himself a championship one more time. Mark DeJesus holding down the lead and doing a great job. That automobile is handling great. He's up and he's down and he's moving very well as the number 63 of Mike Butts closes in on him. Ed is watching him closely. And there's the 2-lap signal, guys. There's only 2 to go. The white flag and the checkered flag folded show it's 2 to go. And who's it going to be for this first feature event for the sports truck division here on the final evening of automobile racing. And incidentally, this is the held over feature, so there'll be one more time. The 28 goes round and round, but he's basically off the track, still running. And the white flag is up, so there's only one more to go. And it's Mark DeJesus. Mark DeJesus in the 26. Looks like he's going to get himself the old checker flag. It's Mike in the 26. How about that kid? Billy Clark, I believe, finished third, but we'll have the official finish for you in just a moment. Well, That was a
Ever Seekonk Sports Truck win out of Westport, Massachusetts. Driving the Davis Auto and Truck Sales. Westport excavating number 26. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause for Roscoe DeJesus.
Let's go. Okay, we're more than glad. We got some happy birthdays here, Kev. Do we, shall we take advantage of it, or do we, what's our next event?
Our next event will be the first street stock feature.
The first street stock feature would be the one that held over from last week.
I think it is. It will be the one.
Nadine is working frantically over here. Take your time, Nadine.
A mathematical chance on the street stock championship.
Get that, read the names. Read the names.
Okay, we're ready to go with the first street stock feature event. And Tom Furtado with the Broadway Kitchen by Veris Insurance number 5.
We've got the green and we're on our way one more time. Started at Yarrington, lets it fly. And Kevin, you got to be out of breath after that lineup.
Nah, no problem.
No problem, no problem. And they're doing wheel to wheel as they come out of turn 4 now for the first lap. And it's the number 36, 59, Road the number 65. A very bright looking automobile driven by Ron Lauro. That color has become a little popular here in auto racing at the Speedway, and we love it.
Off the number 12 with Mark Langlois running around off the third corner trying to get that car refired, but not before we go under caution for the first time in the street stock feature event.
How about that? Mark Lauro. Looking for a green, and we have got it, and our feature race is on its way. The number 36 is your leader as they move through turns 1 and 2. As he continues to lead, that's Jeff Sutcliffe. Old Jeffrey in the 36, followed by the 59 and 1.
You want to keep an eye on your points leaders, the top 5 in points. Stacy Moulton in the 16 as he works his way to the outside of the 45 with Lenny McQuaid. The 08 of Rusty Bryant, the 21 of Bobby Betancourt Jr., the 26 of Peter Fernandez, and the 38 of Keith Morrill. Those are your top 5 in points, and they're pretty much all running together.
Easy does it, young man. That's the car number 59. Joe Farrow has a little handle problem there coming out of turn 4, but he's squared away pretty good as he moves down the backstretch now into turn 3. Looking very good, looking very strong. And we got to watch closely, as Kevin mentioned, on the point leader. The 84 looking good. Dave Radcliffe. David is hanging on. These kids are driving 3 abreast at times, ladies and gentlemen, and that is one tough job. Believe me. Look at it. 3 abreast coming out of turn 4.
Stacy Moulton made a great move to get underneath Radcliffe in the 46 of Rotundo to take over that 6th spot as they head down the back straightaway. Hasn't gotten it yet as Rotundo continues to hold on. But as they head into turn 3, they've got Ron Lauro right there in front of them. And what a great job Stacy's doing, looking for his 3rd win of the season. And look at Rusty Bryant try to squeeze his way to the front as we go into caution, as Barry Short is going around off the 4th corner, I'm sorry.
Well, I tell you, these are the rookies of the ARC, but they're not going to be rookies long.
It's a lazy green, so you know that one's going to be called back. There it is, the caution's out. And these drivers are all on the binders heading down the backstretch, but luckily...
on the inside. Okay, Big Ed throws the green, and we're racing one more time.
Well, that time Sutcliffe got the jump again, but this time it was a legal jump as the 59 of Joe Farrow jumps in right behind, but Teague in the number 51 still working the inside, a little bumper tag, and oh, the 36 goes around right in front of the field. The 65 goes around, and 4 cars get involved in that. I don't know if the 65 would be called a lap car because an accident car because he tried to spin out of the way, but the 36 of Jeff Sutcliffe, a tough break for him.
14 to go, 6 complete. Okay, we got ourselves a race.
Yes, we do. As Stacy Moulton and Ron Lauro take the green flag down in turn number 1. Moulton has been putting on some great moves on his way to the front, and now battling with Ron Lauro for that top spot. But Rusty Bryant, the 21 of Bobby Betancourt, the 26 of Peter Fernandez, all trying to work their way to the front as well, because Keith Morrow was behind him, and that's the only way they're going to catch him in the points. A great side-by-side battle for that top spot. Ron Lauro continues to set the pace in the number 65, but Stacy Moulton gets a jump that time by the 46 of Rob Rotundo, watching for a hole to open up down on the bottom. As they come off the corner, he takes a peek down underneath Ron Lauro. Just each time, Lauro's able to shut the door before the 46 is able to get there. Not this time, though, as Rotundo tries to make it 3 wide, backs off into the corner. This time by it's halfway.
Halfway, the big broad flag. Whoa!
Moulton into the front straightaway wall, almost collecting your defending champ Rusty Bryant. A great job of driving by those drivers. And it looks like Stacy Moulton might have a little bit of damage to the front end of that 16. Oh, yeah, you can see it. He does have some big problems. You can see one tire. It looks like he's got a flat left front tire.
I saw some spots, Jeff, as he went into turn 1. Yep, now you can see him over there.
But your leader now, the 46 of Rob Rotundo, the 45 of Lenny McQuaid sits right there. And Rusty Bryant has worked his way up to third. A great job. Stacy's doing a great job holding on to that 16 as he sits just inside the top 10. But unfortunately, the top 4 guys in points have already gotten by him. And the black flag coming out that time for Stacy, as he's showing some sparks. It looks like he's got some real left front damage to that car. Tough break for the sophomore sensation, Stacy Moulton.
46 and 45, they're your leaders.
And Rusty Bryant, your defending track champion, who sits 4th in points, sits 3rd, and the question comes out as the 16 of Stacy Moulton lost his left front tire going into the pit area.
Well, Stacy, if you hung on to that another... Now we got the right number. 14 down, 6 to go. We've got a green, and we're racing one more time.
Oh, Lenny McQuaid gets a little sideways heading into the corner, and again, the 08 used as an inside wall, but Bryant doing a great job holding on, works his way up to 2nd. It's only him and Rotundo between him and the checkered flag. Off the 2nd corner they come, Bryant, and the hood goes up off the 46 as they head into the corner. And Rusty Bryant works his way to the high side as they come off the 4th corner. You can see the hood dragging along the side of the number 46.
Well, I don't know whether that's going to become a safety problem. I'm sure it's conferring with the... Yep, got himself the black flag.
Black flag that time, but can he see it with the hood there? And it looks like he might be able to as Fernandez gets by in the 26 and takes over the top spot with just a few laps remaining. Oh, a big wreck of the back straightaway between Gary Wainwright, the 65 of Ron Lauro, and another car. And I'm guessing it's not feature event. Did I say he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good concert.
Oh.
No problem.
No problem. Rusty started back in 14th, taking down another win in 1997, looking for his 2nd championship in a row. And the ambulance has been called out onto the speedway to help a driver, and the red flag has been thrown. And sometimes it's tough to see the red flag. You can see some drivers pulling off.
Well, they can't see the flag maybe, but they certainly can see the red light.
And everybody over there still trying to find out who that other driver is that was involved in that accident, who took a ride down the back straightaway on the backstretch wall. The ambulance is on the scene.
Oh, Fred retired.
Well, you couldn't even get into the Dunkin' Donuts.
that was quite a promotion. DuPois Oil, Bobby's Banquet Hall, Dumont Brothers, and it's powered by Asal Popol racing engines. Well,
Easy for you to say, huh?
Yeah. This kid has done all right for himself. Well, Mark, let me tell you, I hope you're okay.
But taking down the win, Rusty Bryant driving the 08, the Everett Auto Parts S. Bryant Tire Company 08. In his... Lemonade.
Is it bowl? Do we have hot chocolate?
And that is his 4th win on the season.
4th win of the season. And as the evening presses on, you do know this is our last evening of automobile racing for the 1997 season. And of course, we are all prepared and are preparing for the great big DAV Memorial Race on Saturday, October the 11th, and Sunday, October 12th. And I got a real hot flag.
And this is off. The top 6 look like Scotty Estrella out front, Steve Ribby 54 points behind, Ed Ginn in the 3rd 82 points behind, Steve Taylor 114 points behind, Steve unable to make the feature event, so that's not going to help him any. James Lawrence. The stripes likes what he sees. Rivard and the 55 of Willis jump on the gas, and we are underway for 25 green flag laps in the Sportsman feature event. Rivard gets out to a quick lead down the back straightaway. Goodrow in the number 32, that's Bill Goodrow. Oh, the 6 goes around and loses the rear bumper. Scotty Estrella gets involved, and Billy Manchester gets into another car with just nowhere to go and loses, looks like the nose piece. Again, Rivard and Willis. Green is out one more time, and as we go back to the green flag racing, and this time Willis is able to hang on as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Bill and Jeff battle for the 3rd spot, with Bill getting the edge in the number 32. Jeff squeezing in for 4th, with Vanessa in the number 9 rounding out the top 5. Bumper tag deep in the back. McGee does a little bit of landscaping, gets into the 99 of Glenn Young as he sits just off the 4th corner, but able to get that car rolling. But the caution comes out. McGee was about to wait for the field to come by, and Ed Yarrington didn't like where he was sitting, so he threw the caution flag. They're going to try it again.
Let's do it.
The stripe is there, the green is out, and Billy Goodrow trying to make a squeeze for that top spot, but you saw him get back in line. Right behind the 28 of Rivard, brother Jeff, right there as well. The 62 of Russ Tatro working the high side, trying to work his way to the front. Scott Serdinsky trying to make it 3 wide, heading down the front straightaway into turn 1. Willis gets the jump over Rivard out front. Billy Goodrow sits 3rd, Jeff 4th, as the top 4 now becomes single file. Vaness drifts high off that 4th corner. Serdinsky gets in underneath, and that drops Tatro back a couple of spots. Serdinsky now rounds out the top 5. The 57 of Dean Petty works his way up to 6th. Lawton trying to work his way through the top 10. Steve Ribby in the 18 sits 2nd in points going into tonight, right ahead of your points leader, the 45 of Scotty Estrella. Ed Ginn in the 3rd right there as well with the 42 of Bobby LeClaire. Lawton looks to the high side of Dean Petty as they head into turns 1 and 2, trying to work his way towards the front as he sits 7th on the field. Right behind him, Steve Ribby in the Everett Auto Parts number 18, as they all try to work their way to the catch. Your current leader, Dana Willis in the number 55.
Watching Scott Estrella, he's 9th. He's 9th sitting there right behind the 18. Whoa,
Tatro goes around on the front straightaway, and everybody's able to squeeze by.
These kids drive.
Everybody's able to squeeze by, but there is some debris on the track. You can see.
Okay, well, looks like we're ready for a green one more time, and it's...
Willis gets a great big jump. You saw Rivard get extremely loose as he hit the gas. And Bill Goodrow drifts high into Jeff, and that puts Scott Serdinsky on the inside as they head down the back straightaway. Bumper action deep in the pack as everybody kind of pulls apart. You can see Glenn Young and James Lawrence. I'm sorry, that's the 3 of Kenny Spencer and James Lawrence battling just outside the top 10. Serdinsky has moved up into the 3rd spot. Glenn Lawton 4th, moving Bill Goodrow back to 5th. He's got Scott Serdinsky right there. He's your current points leader, looking to make it 2 in a row as he tries to round out the top 5. And look at Rivard and Willis. Oh, Willis goes around into the 3rd corner. It looked like he might have had it, I don't know. But that's going to bring out the caution, the black flag out for Rivard, as Rivard just got into him going into the corner and did not let off the gas.
Well, if the starter or the assistant starter sees a blatant infraction of the rules of rough riding, they are penalized immediately.
That's a heartbreaker for the York Landscaping. Lincoln Rockers Plastering, Ferry Sunoco, number 55. Dana Willis having a great race up front. And Mike Rivard in the 28, unfortunately.
And it works out well. Okay, we've got the green, and we're running strong. One more time.
Well, Serendinski gets the jump that time. Lawton holding on to the outside is your current points leader and defending track champion. Scotty Estrella sits third. Bobby Leclerc, our 95 champ, sits fourth with Bill Goodrow back in the fifth spot. As Lawton does a great job holding on to Scott Serendinski. It's been a couple of seasons since Glenn Lawton has visited Victory Lane, and tonight would be a great night to do it, rounding out the season. Glenn just rounds out the top 10 in points, and he battles the outside of Serendinski. Side by side down the front stretch, down the back straightaway. Serendinski doing a great job holding on, giving Glenn all the room he needs.
And there is the old number 45, stalking him very closely, trying to decide who he should follow.
I think he's just going to wait for a hole to open up. These two guys are doing a great job up front, though. Serendinski and Glenn Lawton battling for the top spot.
And Bobby Leclerc gets in on the act now, as those top four move through the paces.
Well, they pulled away from the 32 of Bill Goodrow quite a bit, about 6 to 10 car lengths.
Whoa!
Glenn got real sideways off that second corner, did a great job holding on. But there's going to be a caution as Billy Manchester is spun off the fourth corner. And remember,
Bill.
we go back to the last completed green flag lap, and it's going to be...
And we've got a green. Kevin, it's all yours.
One more time, and look at the jump Lawton got over Serendinski heading into turn one. Ooh. Single file, your top four cars, and Bill Goodrow holds on to fifth, but Steve Ribby in the number 18 working the high side takes that away from him. Ed Gann in the third, the number 8 sitting way back in the ninth spot. This time by, it's halfway. 13 laps complete, 12 laps remain. Lawton doing a good job holding on up front, starting to pull away from Serendinski and Estrella in that pumpkin number 70. Leclerc and Ribby atop 5 all run single file. Dean Petty is the only car running the high groove as he works the outside of the 8 of Ed Gannon as they battle for position. That's the 8th and 9th spot. James Lawrence rounds out the top 10.
Scott Estrella played a little bumper jack and backed off immediately.
Looks like he's getting extremely loose off the corners. And Scotty Estrella sits there. You can see Bobby Leclerc moving to the high side because he can see Estrella slowing up just a bit.
Look, we got a bad one here.
We've got Angelo D'Amelia, the 6 of Kenny Colvin in the 00.
9 minutes, 9 laps to go. We ought to do all right here.
I hope so. Green is out. We're back underway. And Lawton again gets the jump, and this time Scotty Estrella gets underneath Scott Serendinski for that second spot. Ribby and Leclerc all round out the top 5. Those 5 cars are battling bumper to bumper, side by side. Leclerc drops back to 5th as Scott Serendinski slows up just a little bit on the outside. Lawton continues to set the pace. As you can see, Angelo D'Amelia is slow down in turn number 3, trying to make it back into the pit area.
We have an automobile up high in that between the 3rd and 4th turn, and it has no choice. He's in a bad spot. Yeah, and he's got one.
Maybe, I don't know. About 2 minutes have gone by. Green is out, and Estrella able to hold on to the outside as they hit into 1 and 2. Lawton's on a mission, though. He wants to win his first race of 1997, as he's got a commanding lead, about a car and a half over Scott Serendinski, who moves back into 2nd place. It looks like the outside group might be just a little tough, as Scotty Estrella starts to fall just a little bit on the outside. Leclerc is able to squeeze by. Ribby moves underneath Estrella now for that 4th spot, trying to catch him in the point standings with just 5 laps to go. Lawton continues to hold on. Serendinski sits 2nd, Leclerc up to 3rd, Ribby 4th, and Scotty Estrella might have a problem on that car because he's dropping just a little bit each and every lap.
Yeah. He was quite swirly when that whole thing began. And then he went up to the outside and they got underneath him and he was nowhere to go.
3 to go this time by Lawton continues to hold on. Estrella sits 2nd. The 42 of Bobby Leclerc rounds out the top three as they run all nose to tail. Down the back straightaway they go, this time by. The sticks are up. 2 to go for the Westport native, Glenn Lott, looking for his first win in 1997. Cerninsky second. Down the back straightaway. White flag is out one more time around as Cerninsky makes a last-ditch effort down to the inside. Down the back straightaway, Bobby Leclerc moves to the high side as they head down into turn number 3. Checkered flag is out, and Glenn Lott comes off the fourth corner and holds on for his first win. Scott Cerninsky just edging out Bobby Leclerc for second. Estrella fourth, and Ribby rounds out the top 5, but taking down his first win of the season. Started 11th on the field. And the LH Belanger and Sons alternators and starters, Goyette's Auto Parts, Lawton's Garage, and of course Nats Racing Engines. Couldn't get him to the finish line without him. The Pumpkin, number 70, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your first Sportsman feature winner, Glenn Lawton.
All right, Big Glenn. He'd probably say it's a long time coming.
I think he's saying his prayers as he comes down to take his first victory lap of the season. Spoke to him earlier tonight, says the car's running good. It's been getting just a little bit better each and every week, and finally able to complete the package.
And obviously he's been getting a little better every week. All right, let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. He worked very hard all season, as a matter of fact, for this one moment when he can go around the speedway and you can all let him hear it.
Well, now would be a great time to open up your program to the center page, the Cisco's Performance page in your program, and check your lucky number. Cisco's Performance page is located in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and has all your race performance needs. These are some of the prizes we're giving away. A $25 gift certificate to the Villa Restaurant in South Attleboro, Mass. A free 6-inch Subway sandwich from Subway on Route 6 in Seekonk. A free oil...
Young people from Seekonk, Massachusetts, in the Garrett Dewey prepared number 02. It's young Matt Dewey doing an excellent job in his second year. Alan McClure out of looks like Methuen, Massachusetts, is in the 66S in the PT container automobile. Chad Chase in the Joe Viveris Insurance. Over there, and I guess he's got himself a green flag, and they're off and running.
Oh, Nordbeck gets a good jump over the 96 of Hutchins. As they head into turn 3, still side by side, pretty much throughout the field, and Nordbeck and Hutchins dead heat across the line. Hutchins holding on to the outside. But Nordbeck able to hold on. Cavallaro still sits third, and oh, Lenny Ellis goes around on the back straightaway, bringing out the first caution. Jeff Thompson stopping just in time, and that's not what Lenny wanted to see tonight.
Definitely the worst thing that could happen.
Again, green is out. Nordbeck just again gets a little bit of a jump over the 96 of Hutchins. Hutchins working the outside of Cavallaro. Rigo trying to squeeze his way up the front as well. Nordbeck out front. Hutchins second. Cavallaro third. The 12 of Bobby Pellin fourth. Rigo rounds out the top 5. Hutchins looks to squeeze in between Cavallaro and Nordbeck, but elects to stay high on the track and work the outside of Ron Nordbeck as they head out of turn number 4. Lenny's already gotten by a couple of cars, works his way through the back of the pack. Rick Martin and Chad Chase have already started working their way towards into the top 10. Chase has just cracked the top 10. Martin sits just outside. Up front, it's a side-by-side battle. Nordbeck and Dave Hutchins continue to set the pace. Cavallaro doing a good job holding on to third, right on the back bumper of Nordbeck. Pellin trying to hold on to the outside lane. Rigo sits there on the inside along with the 1 of Dick Houlihan. Bumper-to-bumper racing throughout the field, door handle to door handle racing throughout the field. Nordbeck continues to hold on a little bit loose off the corner. And Bobby Tripp loses a bit of his body panel. It looks like the left front fender came off of that car. It might be, I don't know, it disappeared off the field. Ah, there it is. It's under the nose of his car as he tries to hold on. As everybody played some bumper tag throughout the middle of the field. That helped out Rick Martin as he got by a couple of cars. And Lenny Ellis trying to work his way back through towards the front, back into the hunt between Martin and Chase. Up Up front, Nordbeck continues to set the pace. Hutchins squeezes into second right in front of Cavallero, opening up the top groove for Bobby Pellin. Vinny Anarumo and Wayne Dion as they run the high groove. Pellin now works to the outside of Hutchins. He's gotten by Cavallero, but Cavallero again tries back on the inside, still running side by side. For that third spot, Tripp to the outside now, getting by cars. He's gone by Scully. Martin now looks to the outside of the 66X of Alan McClure, trying to work his way back towards the front. Lenny Ellis deep in the pack, and if they finish right where they are, he would still have a mere 4-point lead over Rick Martin if they finish the way they are now. Nordbeck doing a great job holding on, opens up a 2-car length lead over Cavallero and Hutchins as they battle side by side for second. Pellin getting a little bit anxious there in the 12, working the high side of George Rigo. Rigo right behind Cavallero as they come off the second corner, and Cavallero gets a good jump over Hutchins. Cavallero into second place in the number 87, Rigo into third, followed by Houlihan, Dewey, and Chase, all on the inside groove.
There's only 2 automobiles separating Lenny Ellis and Rick Martin at the moment, Kev, and they are looking good. Lenny Ellis is really pouring it on, and of course Rick Martin's in traffic. So as they go into turn number 3 right now, Lenny's trying to make it a 3-car situation.
Now look at what's happening up front. Rigo has moved his way towards the high side, quickly to the outside of Cavallero. The 1 of Houlihan is there, along with the 0-2 of Matt Dewey, and Chad Chase working there as well. Now you got to watch Lenny. Is he going to get caught on the high side? Because the high side with Dave Hutchins is slipping to the back of the field, and Lenny's got to get to the inside real quick as he can. Up front, Nordbeck continues to hold on, but he's got George Rigo to the outside, battling for that top spot, side by side down the back straightaway. Nordbeck in the 47, George Rigo in the 64, side by side, and here comes Houlihan as well in the number 1. Dewey holds out the top 5, Chase up to 6th, McClure, Martin up to 7th, and he's got 6 cars now between him and Lenny Ellis. That's not going to help him in the point chase at all.
He's moved in quite closely there.
Rigo giving Nordbeck a shot off the second corner, letting him know he's there this time by 20 complete, 20 to go, and Nordbeck's doing a great job holding on. Can he hold on for the final 20? He's got a lot of competition working his back bumper. Oh, Scully getting a little loose right in front of Lenny Ellis. That opens up the high groove. That can only help Ellis working his way to the front. Rigo drops in back behind Nordbeck, and that allows Houlihan to work the high side, trying to get his second win. Oh, Rigo and Houlihan both get sideways off the second corner, and Dion gets involved, some heavy right side body damage. He's rolling, that's a good sign. Body damage, it looks like only on Dion's car, as the 96 got involved. The 12, don't know if he was able to stop in time, but you can see some. Trying it again, Green is out, Dewey a little sideways, but Nordbeck getting a great jump, and look at the jump. Chad Chase gets, him and Dewey get together off the second corner, and both cars able to keep going, but a lot of debris down in the second corner. And that's going to bring us under yet another caution in this pro stock event. They've got to be careful when they go down in the corner. You don't want to pick up any debris in the tires. You saw some body panels. There could be a couple of rivets in those. Take down his first ever championship, but he's got a long way to go. Green is out, and again,
it can happen.
Matt Dewey smokes the rear tires as he jumps on the gas. Nordbeck smokes the field as he jumps on the gas and jumps out front. Rigo sits second.
We got another, oh my God.
It's a big one this time. 12 cars involved, including, it looks like Tom Scully in the 2, Doug Morrow in the 79, the 8 of Henry Sirigano, the 1 of Dick Houlihan, the 99 of Dion, the 61 of Thompson, the 96 of Dave Hutchins, the 12 of Bobby Pellin, the 3 of Goma Taylor, and the 39 of Elmer Wing. And you notice who that happened right behind. Back underway, and Nordbeck gets a great big jump. Pellin able to rejoin the field, so good thing there wasn't a lot of damage to that number 12.
Whoa, you almost had a 3 abreast move there.
Nordbeck trying to give everything he can, but set his own pace. Dewey trying to get underneath, but Rigo working that high groove, trying to take Nordbeck's first win away from him. Side by side, still up front, Nordbeck and Rigo. And look at deep in the pack, middle of the pack now. Lenny Ellis has caught Radical Rick Martin. That's going to tighten up the points battle just a little bit more. Nordbeck setting the pace. Dewey and Rigo running for second and third. Chase fourth. Bobby Tripp up to the top 5.
Well, Lenny Ellis would like to drop a hook and chain onto the 14 right now. And say, I'm right with you, baby.
Well, watch Bobby Tripp looking to make a hole between Rigo and Dewey. As Dewey takes over the second spot, Rigo just slips just a little bit on the outside, and Trippy goes around on turn number 2, and that's going to bring out
another caution.
Another caution. Bobby tried.
Or do we have a race?
No, I don't know. He's waving the green flag, and the green light is on. It's official. That's a green start. And Nordbeck again jumps out to a quick start. Dewey now working the high side. Rigo sits third, trying to take away that second spot. That was once his. Chase sits fourth, and look on the outside. Here comes Martin and Ellis trying to work their way towards the front. But whoa, McClure gets extremely loose right as Rick Martin goes by. Ellis able to squeeze by as McClure's got a problem. And the 98 of Morissette gets involved with that, taking with him the 39 of Elmer Wing. And we're going to go back under caution.
Back under caution in the 3 automobiles that are making.
So he's running real strong this year and looking for his first win. Green is out. We're back underway. And another great jump for Rocket Ron out front. Ellis makes a 3-bid jump right underneath Vinny Anarumo and Chad Chase, and now sits fourth on the field, just getting by Jason. And Lenny Ellis is right there. Nordbeck looking a little loose off the corners, giving it everything he has. He knows the top guys are behind him.
The big guns are aimed right at his trunk.
Dewey and Rigo doing a great job battling for that second spot. Right behind them, Martin and Chase battling side by side, along with Lenny Ellis in the 11 of Vinny Anarumo. Up front, Rigo battles with Nordbeck side by side for that top spot. Nordbeck has not been able to rest since the drop of the initial green. This time by, waving at the field with both hands. 10 to go for Rocket Ron Nordbeck as he sets the pace. Second, Matt Dewey. Second, George Rigo. Third, Matt Dewey. Fourth, Chad Chase. Martin fifth. With less than 10 to go, can Nordbeck take down his first ever win? Can Chase, Martin, and Ellis work their way to the front? And Rigo gets sideways. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Chase gets by. Martin gets by. Ellis trying to squeeze by as well. Chase to the outside of Dewey for that second spot. Chase trying to take down win number 2. Gained some points on the top runners, and he's got Rocket Ron in front of him for that top spot.
Rigo dropped down very quickly, and Lenny put his brakes on.
Lenny had nowhere to go, had to slam the brakes, and that puts a couple of spots between Martin and Lenny.
Saved the automobile. That's the important thing.
While Chase continues to chase Nordbeck. Nordbeck gets a little loose off the corner, and Chase now wedges Nordbeck over the stripe. Off the second corner they come. Chad Chase takes the lead. Nordbeck fighting for that top spot. This time by, it's 5 to go for Chase, Nordbeck, Dewey, Martin, and Rigo, your top 5. Chase all alone out front, settles into the lead. Nordbeck settles in for second, Dewey third, Martin fourth now, with Rigo rounding out the top 5. Just 4 laps to go. A heartbreaker for Ryan Nordbeck in the 47 to take down. Finish in the outside of the top spot. 3 to go this time by. Chase, Nordbeck, Dewey, your top 3. As they head down the back straightaway. Chase opening up a little bit of a lead over him and Nordbeck. This time by, the sticks are up. 2 to go for Chad Chase. Nordbeck, Dewey, and Martin, your top 4. Rigo 5th, and Lenny Ellis 6th. Down the back straightaway they go. White flag is out. Chase, 1 lap away from his second win in 1997. Nordbeck trying to hold on as Elmer Wing limps across the line for the white flag. Checkered is out, and Chad Chase takes down the win. Nordbeck second, third Matt Dewey, fourth Radical Rick Martin, and I think Lenny Ellis. finished 6th, right behind George Rigo. Have to wait for the official word, but there's no doubt on the winner. Give me the 40. Oh, you got that.
Yeah.
Taking down the win, his second win of 1997. A great job working the high side and trying to close that points gap. In the Viveris Insurance, G-Lopes Construction, Pierce Jewelry, number 46, out of Somerset, Massachusetts, the Tri-Racing Group Automobile. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause for Chad Chase.
All right. And while Kevin's doing his mathematics over here, and as soon as he gets the official finish, he'll tell you how close the point championship is at the completion of this event. But once again, our congratulations to Chad Chase. Great young man. Let him hear it, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of the top contenders for the point championship for 1997.
Let me hear from the handicapper.
You will, because I will call them. We've already had a meeting on it. So
watch
please
it
don't
go.
talk to me like that.
Viveris Insurance very proudly sponsors this automobile. Out of Somerset, Mass. The G-Lopes Construction Company of Taunton and Pierce Jewelry out of Somerset. In the Joe Viveris owned Tri-Racing Group, number 46.
To find out that the finish is official, I've got to find out from the handicappers to make sure that everybody was legal to make it through for the second feature event. All I can say is, if this is right, we're going to have the 24 Charlie Robert Rose, the 62 of Sisson, the 55 of Richards, the 44, his first night here, and the 06. Got to find out who those drivers are. Don't have the correct lineup in front of me.
What numbers are you looking? Call me off numbers.
As the first lap is complete, and the 116 of Jim Sylvia is out front, the 7 of Pete Simpson sits second. Oh, Steve Sisson hard into the first front straightaway wall on the number 62 of Tough Break. That's going to break out the first caution on this first street stop consolation round. Off the fourth corner they come. Green flag is out, and we are back underway. Sylvia jumps out front. Simpson settles in for second as Jerry Smith and Pete Roder. A little bit of side tangle there out in turn number 2. Robert Rose trying to squeeze his way towards the front. Don Enos right there behind. I'm sorry, that's Gardner right behind. In the number 44. Roder now squeezes underneath Smith as they head down into turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Roder takes over that third spot. Smith falls back to fourth. Sylvia and Simpson have opened up a big lead over the rest of the field. As Roder sits third, Robert Rose now squeezes up to fourth, and Gardner now rounds out the top 5. Richard Blair in the 55 trying to work his way around the 11 of Jerry Smith, just doesn't have enough that time. Oh, Rose goes around on the front straightaway. Don Enos goes around as well, but Rose doing a decent job keeping it straight.
Number 6 straightened out himself.
But Rose goes around again as he tries to straighten that car out. And we are back under caution in this street stock heat event.
Beg your pardon. I just held him back there for a couple. The first 4 automobiles over the line.
And Pete Roder made a great move going from third to first down the back straightaway as he tries to take over the top spot. Richard Blair moves up to fourth, now battling for third between him and Pete Simpson as they come across for halfway. Roder and Sylvia side by side for that top spot. Simpson sits third, Richard Blair fourth. The 24 of Robert Rose rounds out the top 5. And 4 cars to make it in. It looks like the top 3 cars, they're going to finish up front unless something happens. Which order they're going to finish, well, we don't know yet. But Roder, Simpson, and the 116 of Sylvia all battling for that top spot. Down the back straightaway they go, continuing to run side by side this time. By the sticks are up. Just 2 to go for Roder, Sylvia and Roder, and Simpson and Richard Blair, your top 4 cars. Out of turn number 3, out of turn number 4 they come. White flag is showing. Roder drifts high. Simpson tries to make it 3 wide, but able to shut the door before Simpson can get underneath. Down the back straightaway they go for the final time. Sylvia and Rose battling for that top spot. Checkered flag is waving. Off the 4th corner they come, and Pete Roder just edges out Jim Sylvia for the top spot, Pete Simpson third, and Richard Blair in the number 50. Not in that direct order, though.
Okay, we've got our green flag and we're ready to go here. As Mike Teague in the number 51 leads into that first turn through the second, down the back stretch, looking good. The young man has got a great future in racing and he just has to hang in there.
Well, it's good to see the 89 of Speedy Wainwright back out. He was involved in that crash with Mark Langlois on the back straightaway. He was able to drive the car in the pit area, though. Unfortunately, Langlois was unable to rejoin back here for the second consolation round. Out front, Teague has set a big pace between him and Wainwright. Beardwood continues to run third. Battle for fourth between Dana Savory and it looks like the one of Poirier. Poirier looking to the inside of Savory. That's going to determine the final car to make it into the main event, as the top 20 in points had previously been already qualified. Savory drifts a little high off the fourth corner, and the one of Poirier trying to squeeze underneath. A little bit of bumper contact there, heading into 1 and 2. But Poirier's man enough to let off just a little bit and let him save the car. This time by the cross flags, Mike Teague has opened up almost a half a straightaway lead over the rest of the field, and that's Speedy Wainwright second, Billy Beardwood third, and the 78 of Dana Savory fourth. Now battle for fourth continues between Savory and the number 1 of Dave Poirier, battling side by side. Now bumper to bumper for that fourth spot, as Poirier has settled in right behind Savory. Drifts a little bit high off the corner. That allows Poirier to get underneath, but just doesn't have enough to draw up to the side. Sticks are up, this time by 2 to go for this street stock consolation round. Speedy Wainwright sits second. Billy Beardwood and Dana Savory continue to hold on to the top 4 spots. White flag is out, one more lap to go. And barring any problems, it looks like Mike Teague may take down the win in this first street stock consolation round. Wainwright second. Oh, Savory and Poirier both to get together. That opens the door for the 03 of Alan Correa and the 09 of Chad Falcone. Checkered flag is out. Teague takes down the win. Wainwright second. Third, Billy Beardwood. And Wildman, Chad Falcone, able to hold on and work his way through a couple of cars to take over for that fourth and final. Outside of Angelo, out of Pembroke, in the bumper-to-bumper accessories, Converse Photo Supply, Franklin Auto Supply number 31, it's Jeff Goodrow.
8 automobiles will qualify as they get the green and they're going racing.
Linwood Town gets it. Oh, look at the 28 of Rivard sliding off the berm into the 96 of Clark. Clark, it looks like he's got a flat left front tire. Tough break for Clark, first lap into this consolation round.
And Yarrington gives the behavior south stick to the number 28, Mike Rivard.
Well, out front, single file throughout the field, with the exception of Paul Vanesh. You've got Linwood Collin way out front. The 55 of Willis second, the 28 of Rivard third, the 88 of Kenny Bamford fourth, the 32 of Bill Goodrow, the 31 of Jeff Goodrow. Top 6, and the caution comes out as the 89 of Ron Reed goes around off the side.
Great shape. As they come off the 4, we've got a green flag and we're racing one more time. And Linwood Cohen kind of loses it there in the on the restart and has dropped back to second spot. But don't worry about that young man from Somerset, Massachusetts.
Thank you.
He's a die-hard winner. The 55, the 56, the 88, and the 32. Kenny Banford trying to do his darndest to stay up there in that 4th position, and it's closing in on him. Oh, Kenny, I start talking about you, and look what you do.
Kenny gets a little sideways off the corner, and Mike Rivard right there behind him. And look at Jeff Goodrow make a move inside Rivard to take away the 5th spot. Remember, 8 cars to qualify, and that's going to put the 10 of a G on the bubble. 3 wide for the 9th spot between Fournier, the 9, and the 89 for that 9th spot. halfway by this time, as Dana Willis continues to set the pace, pretty much what he did in a lot of the earlier feature before he was so rudely interrupted.
By well, he's running strong now, and it's twilight time here. He's doing very good. And those three automobiles are pulling away from the pack at this moment, but they really don't have that much more time to catch up there. And I believe Kenny Bamford's going to qualify.
So far, right now the car on the bubble is the 28 of Michael Bard, and he's got Ron Reed all over the back bumper. Ron has really had a dismal season as far as what he's been used to. He's used to running up front, at least in the top 10, and at least to win a season. He's winless, and right now he's on the verge of not qualifying for the second feature event.
And earlier I spoke of the 00, Mike Becker, having his problems of being a die-hard young man, a man who's going to be determined to keep a race car moving. And look at him out there. He's running in 6th position, and he's guaranteeing himself a spot in the next feature race.
Running pretty hard with one lot to go. Out front, Willis, Linwood Cowan, and Bill Goodrow continue to set the pace. Jeff Goodrow in the 31 sits 2 spots behind his brother. In 5th, checkered flag is out, and Willis takes the win. Linwood Cowan 2nd, 32 of Bill Goodrow 3rd. Bamford, Jeff Goodrow, Becker, your top 6 with McGee, and Mike Rivard, your top 8. And
That's what the score just told me.
okay.
The Super Sport truck of the division of the ARC about to get underway. It will be over a 15-lap distance. And we're on our way as everybody keeps moving us right along here. We'll talk about Jay Macedonia being in the number 14 out of Warren, Rhode Island. Swansea Mass is in the number 24, and Eddie Arrington has just dropped the green flag, and we'll talk about the rest of it later.
Granted, Al Macedonio gets the jump over Jeff Carter in the number 3. Ethel Mato sits 3rd with the 27, as both cars do the little bit of slideways through the corner, and they drop into the infield. Both trucks lose a bunch of positions, but a good job of driving by everybody behind them. We stay under green as they pull away under their own power. Out front, Macedonio sets the pace. Carter sits 2nd. The 63 of Butts 3rd, and they've got a half a straightaway lead over the 28 of Kenny Casper. And a bunch of cars off the 4th corner again go sideways. Eddie Holiak, the 1 of Billy Clark, and the 20 of Stanley Sherman.
Yeah, well, as that race started, over. We don't know how many laps have been completed yet.
Macedonia was a little bit slow on that restart, but he's able to gather it back up. Now he's got Mike Butts in the Toyota-powered number 63 running on the inside of Jeff Carter. The 2 of Tom Kiefer dropping a bunch of spots as he tries to hold on to that 3rd groove. Macedonia has opened up a 4-truck length lead over Mike Butts in the number 63. The 65 of Pat McCrone has moved his way to 3rd, and here comes Robin Sloan in the number 4. We haven't heard much of her throughout the season. She's been consistent. She sits 4th in points, but she hasn't had too much luck out front. Black flag out that time for one of the drivers. Wasn't sure which one that was.
Robin is always a contender. The young lady has a lot on the ball, let me tell you.
Black flag went out for the 6th that time of Jeff Thompson.
She certainly knows the direction she's heading, and she loves the sport. 14. He's your leader.
Well, up front, there's a 3-truck battle between Macedonio, Mike Butts, and the 65 of Pat McCrone. Butts and McCrone each have 1 win on the season. As they battle, they pulled away about a half a straightaway over Jeff Carter, Robin Sloan, and the 17 of Joey LeMay. Look at Ray Sullier work the 3rd groove, trying to work his way towards the front and clinch that first truck champion. Well, we've got the 27 of Dave Brightman around in the 4th corner, and that's going to bring us under another caution for this event. No, there You're absolutely right in that
All
respect.
right, we got a green and we're running one more time.
Oh wow, look at the jump Mike Butts gets going into turn 1. Macedonia has been slow on the restarts, but has been able to come back down the back straightaway as he does this time. The 63 of Butts continues to hold on to second. McCrowan now sticks his nose underneath in that number 65, that Chevrolet S10 automobile, as he tries to take away that spot. Robin Sloan in the number 4 sits fourth with Kenny Casper, our defending truck champion, rounding out the top 5. Halfway by this time, the cross flags are up. Jay Macedonio trying to hold on with Mike Butts and Pat McCrowan and Robin Sloan trying to take this win away from Jay Macedonio. Jay has yet to visit Victory Lane in 1997 and is doing a great job holding on, but looks like he's got something dragging in the right front of that truck, and Pat McCrowan squeezes underneath and takes away that lead. Robin Sloan follows suit in that number 4, squeezing her way to the front of the field.
Here we go.
And yes, he does have something dragging. That's not helping at all, but he's doing a good job holding on to that number 14. He's going to get the black flag this time by, though, as he tries to hold on. As Pat McCrowan sets the pace, Robin Sloan second, Brian Souza has moved up to third, Kenny Casper, and the 63 of Mike Butts rounds out the top 5. McCrowan continues to set the pace. Robin Sloan all over the back bumper, looking for a way by, looking to the high side as they get into turn 3. Here comes the 92 of Brian Souza, who started back in 16th with the sticks. The sticks are up, 2 to go between McCrowan, Sloan, and the 92 of Souza, all looking for the win. Sloan, Souza, and the 28 of Casper all looking for their first win of the season. The white flag is out. One more time around. Pat McCrowan looking for Rookie of the Year honors, looking for his second win in 1997. Sloan gives him a little tap off the second corner. Down the back straightaway they go for the final time. Into turn 3, Pat McCrowan trying to hold on. Robin Sloan all over the back bumper, but giving him plenty of respect. And Pat McCrowan takes down the win. Robin Sloan second. The 92 sits third, Brian Souza, with your defending truck champion, the 28 of Kenny Casper fourth. And Mike Butts rounding out the field.
Well, what an amazing performance by the young lady, Robin Sloan. I believe
job.
that's the closest she's ever finished to these.
Well, no, not ever. She does have a win in last year.
Oh, is that
but it's
right?
her closest finish this season to the top. A great job by Robin, coming from 7th to finish 2nd in the field, but taking down the win in the rusty John Marshall owned, the M&M Landscaping, AJ Engines, PJ's Tire, AJ Express, number 65, Pat McCrowan taking down the win.
Go get him, Patrick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear him hear it.
And Pat sits 6th in the points going into tonight. He still does have a shot at the top 5. Mathematically, I think he is eliminated. And I think Ray Soulier just clinched his first Seekonk Sports Truck Championship tonight in this feature. We'll have to wait for the official word on that. But Pat McCrowan taking down the win in the number 65, his second of the season. Might as well go with that now because you'll be just finishing by the time you're taking the green.
All right. I think that's a good idea. We have such a big lineup here, and they're sending these automobiles out of the pit area so rapidly. We're just about finishing the lineup, never mind mentioning all the sponsors.
How you doing?
So Steve Randall in the 01 out of Weymouth, Massachusetts. Weymouth, Massachusetts in the 08 in the Everett Auto Parts automobile. Pete Rhoda in the number 8 from New Bedford, Massachusetts is in 19th position. Mike Teague, number 51 in the Coogan truck. And looks them over, we got ourselves a green, and we're racing one more time.
Well, the last Saturday night feature event for the street stocks as they head down the back straightaway. Randall takes the early lead. Radcliffe right there with Sutcliffe in third. Furtado, and the 13 of Murphy battling for that top 5. Once the top 5 in points work their way through, Sutcliffe goes around, and your point leaders are able all to make it through. but the same can't be said for the 65 of Laurel, the 59 of Farrow, and the 45 of Lenny McQuaid.
Is there a point? Is it a point? One more time.
Randall and Radcliffe continue to run side by side for the top spot as they head off the second corner. The 5 of Tommy Furtado runs third, looking for his first win as a rookie in 1997. And the Bob Betancourt Jr. on Chevrolet Nova body car. Napier moves up to the 4th spot, and the battle continues for 5th between Jerry Diggesbarry Jr. and the 13 of Rob Murphy, all battling for positions. Look at Rusty Bryant, already worked to the outside. He's already ahead of the 38 of Keith Morrow. As he tries to squeeze cars, he's already in the top 10, works the back bumper of Rob Rotundo in the 46. Got a bumper cover off in the second corner. It is high in the speedway, and it looks like they're going to stay green. Trying to figure out whose bumper cover that is. And I lost it as the cars went by on whose it might be. Battle for the top spot. Randall drifts high. Furtado moves down low as they head off the 4th corner. And across the stripe, Randall able to hold on by about a half a car length. But Furtado running right there on the inside. Napier sits 3rd. Radcliffe 4th. Diggesbarry 5th. And look who's coming up. Moulton. The 08 of Rusty Bryant, the 21 of Betancourt, the 26 of Fernandez, all right there in the top 10. And where's Keith Morrow? Keith has got a problem in that number 38. Looks like he's got a flat right rear tire as he's way in the back of the pack. Not what he wanted to see. Well, out front we've got a new leader, Tom Furtado, setting the pace as Napier has moved up to 2nd on the inside of Randall. And tough break. Keith Morrow way off the pace. And that Cox Communications TCI Press number 38. So it's Furtado up front. Napier 2nd, Diggesbarry 3rd, Moulton up to 4th, and look at Fernandez in the 26 5th. The 08 up to 6th, and this is going to change the points battle immensely. With Keith Morrow in jeopardy of going a lap down, he's going to lose the current points championship. 46 of Robert Tundo throwing a lot of smoke off of that right rear tire. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go, and 4 of the top 5 in points are right there. And oh, Diggesbarry gets sideways. Fernandez gets sideways. Rotundo, I'm sorry, Brian, oh, Fernandez goes around on the front back straightaway, heading into turn 3. That brings out a caution.
He's lost.
And first, second caution of the event, and that can only help Keith Morrow in the 38. He's going to have that tire changed. The 46. Well, Tommy Furtado looking for his first win. Oh, a little bit of contact between him and Napier, and look at Diggesbarry make a bid for 3 wide. Down to the inside, hitting into 1 and 2. Diggesbarry down low. Rusty Bryant slides through for a second. Moulton sits there, and Bobby Betancourt gets caught on the high side. Billy Bearwood's got a flat tire. He's all done. And oh, Simpson gets together with Ron Laurel off the second corner. Another car involved, looks like Lenny McQuaid. And another caution in this event. So we'll have to wait for the official word if that was a complete lap or not. And who's going to get back to the lead? And Diggesbarry Jr. has to hold on as him and Moulton make a little bit of contact. Look at Rusty Bryant make it 3 low as Moulton and Napier get together off the second corner. Betancourt loses a whole bunch of spots. That's not going to help him when it comes the 11th and 12th for the points. But Rusty Bryant has worked his way up into 2nd, sets his sights on the 5 of Furtado, looking to make it 2 in a row in tonight's racing action. Down the front straightaway they come. Tom Furtado continues to hold on, but Bryant looks to the high side as Fernandez in the 116 of Sylvia make a little bit of contact, and the caution comes out for the number 7 of Pete Simpson as he slides that car into the infield. Another caution in this street stock. With 8 laps to go. Green is out. Furtado trying to hold on, drifts a little bit high off the corner. Diggesbarry right there in the number 71 trying to work his way through, but Rusty Bryant in the 08 showing his dominance as he works the high side of Furtado, trying to make it 2 for the night. Furtado drifts high, Diggesbarry drifts low, 3 wide going into 1 and 2 as they all battle off of each other. Degas Barry comes out on top. Here comes Stacy Moulton in the number 16, trying to take over that second spot. Bobby Betancourt down low, and what's going to happen next? The top 4 cars are bumper to bumper. Betancourt looks to the outside of Stacy Moulton as they head into turn 3, this time by Yarrington waving at him. 5 laps to go. Betancourt trying to take a hold of that points lead in the street stock division. Degas Barry still setting the pace. He's got Stacy Moulton hard on his tail, and Bobby Betancourt burning up the second groove with Rusty Bryan in tow.
He's got plenty of time to do it, and the way he's running.
And Tom Furtado has dropped back just out the top 5, and he's battling with Napier in the number 76. Up now, Stacy Moulton works the high side as he squeezes up Betancourt. Moulton to the high side. Here comes Rusty Bryan down low, and it's a dog-eat-dog battle up top. Down the back straightaway they go. Degas Barry setting the pace. Stacy Moulton, Rusty Bryan, Bobby Betancourt Jr. all battling for that top spot. Sticks are up. 2 to go, this time by. Degas Barry continues to set the pace. Moulton working the high side. Rusty Bryan sits in 3rd. The Betancourt sits in 4th. White flag is out one more time around. And can Degas Barry hold on for his 2nd win of the season? Will Moulton or Bryan upset him? We'll find out in just half a lap. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Degas Barry sets the pace off the 4th corner. Checkered flag waves. Degas Barry takes the win. Moulton in for 2nd. Bryan in for 3rd. Betancourt 4th. And Radcliffe rounds out the top 5. But what a great finish that was.
Well, Bobby Betancourt looked as though he was going to move right into that spot, but then the young man pulled out in front of him, and there was a 4-way tie there.
But taking down the win is 2nd in 1997 out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, driving the Elmwood Auto Service, Cisco's Performance Parts, Custom Auto Body, M&S Race Cars, Tropical Tanning, Cafe La France, Service Auto Body, Spumoni's Restaurant, Dial Battery, Lindbergh Auto Body, C&M Auto Sales, CNC Rigging, Russ's Ocean State, Harley, number 71, the Jerry Degas Barry Jr. Senior-owned automobile, driver Jerry Degas Barry Jr.
Yeah.
Now I'm out of breath, Wally, after saying all those
Well, I
sponsors.
don't know, I tell you should. And imagine that young man has that many sponsors. It's great. It's really great. And I mentioned earlier, if there are any of you people out there that own some type of business and you'd like to spend a little advertising money, contact us here at the Seekonk Speedway. Let's give this man a great round of applause. The young guy did a great job. The number 71, Jerry. Chris McGee of Edgartown, Mass. in the number 10, in that 22nd spot. Mike Rivard out of Slatersville, Rhode Island, is in the 28. Ron Reed from Rehoboth, Mass., one of the local boys, at 24th spot in the number 89. They've got 25 laps to go, and you're about to see a great race.
Well, green is out, we're back underway, and Young gets the jump as he sits on the pole for the first time in 1997. Lawrence sits in second, right back to third, Boudreau and the sixth. Round out the top five of the sixth, Kenny Colvin, with Billy Manchester sitting in sixth. 45 of Scotty Estrella already working three wide, trying to work his way towards the front and clinch his second championship, but he's got a lot of cars around him. Among them, Glenn Watton and Kenny Bamford on the inside. Steve Taylor in the four is trying to squeeze their way towards the front. Out front, the top two, Glenn Young and the 81 of James Lawrence, have pulled away from the rest of the field. Corey Boudreau continues to sit in third, right, and Colvin, your top five. Bobby Leclerc has worked his way to the outside, sets his sights on the sixth spot as he works the outside of Billy Manchester. Bobby Leclerc, the barrel move right now, along with Ed Gannon. Ed Gannon sits just outside the top 10 in that number 8, that green and blue colored number 8, trying to work his way towards the front. Bobby Leclerc, 1995 Sportsman champion, takes over the fourth spot. He looks like he's got that car working that high groove. Still single file for Corey Boudreau. sits on the back bumper in third. Now looks to the high side of Lawrence as he works that second groove now, trying to work his way to the front. Bobby Leclerc trying to close that gap on the 3 leaders. Billy Manchester gets kicked up to the high side, trying to get by the 3 of Kenny Spencer. Spencer is dragging that right side fender, and that could be a problem. That could be what Billy Manchester's worried about, and the black flag is coming out that time, this time, for Kenny Spencer in the number 3. You can see he dressed high, but Billy Manchester just gets caught up there with nowhere to go, and that's a tough, unfortunate system. Top 4 now under a blanket. Bobby Leclerc has closed up on the 2 leaders. The 3 leaders, he's taken over the 3rd spot from Corey Boudreau. Now looks to the inside of the 81 of James Lawrence, trying to work his way towards the front. Boudreau dropped back to the 4th spot as Leclerc sits in 3rd. Single file, your top 4 cars, as they've opened up a half a straightaway lead over the rest of the field. Young continues to hold on to that top spot. Lawrence trying to win his first ever Sportsman feature event with the 42 of Bobby Leclerc right there. Cross flags are out halfway by that time. 13 laps complete, 12 to go as they head down the back straightaway. Green flag racing so far. Don't want to jinx it though. As Bobby Leclerc running the high side, Young moves up. Lawrence tries to move on the inside. Just nothing there as they head down the back straightaway. Leclerc up to 2nd, dropping the 81 of James Lawrence back to 3rd. Now Glenn Young trying to hold on up front. Here comes Leclerc, your 1995 Sportsman champion, to the outside of the front row. Young continuing to hold on, but he's got some heavy pressure. Been able to hold off Lawrence, but can he hold off Leclerc for the final 10 laps? We'll find out as Leclerc has that Hollister auto body flying on the outside. Down the back, straight away they go. Lawrence still sits in 3rd, but Leclerc on the outside takes over the lead. Off the 4th corner they come. Young gives him all the room he needs, and Leclerc is your new leader. Young settles in for 2nd as 2 cars go around on the back straightaway. The 00 of Becker and it looks like the 56 of Linwood Cowan. So we're going to have to wait to find out the official word if that was a complete lap. He was able to do it once. He was able to do it once. Young gets a good jump that time in that Pontiac Grand Prix body, number 99. The black and red automobile, but Bobby Leclerc is just strong on the outside. He's able to mustard past in that yellow and white number 42 as he now sets the pace. That time it was a complete lap. He's officially now your leader. And Glenn Young settles again in for 2nd, giving him all the room he needs. And Kenny Bamford does the slide for life off the 2nd corner. Able to hold on, and we stay under green. The 21 of Corey Boudreau got a little sideways off the corner. Could be some sand and dirt on the 2nd corner. That may have been what caused that. But if you can hear me, take a look at the 95 of Billy Manchester. He's running without a right side fender. You can see actually how hot the exhaust system gets. It's red hot. It's glowing in that number 95. But Bobby Leclerc sets the pace that time by. There was 5 laps to go. The 99 sits 2nd. And the top 3 points still mired deep in the back, but they're all together, so that could benefit the 45 of Scotty Estrella. This time by, 3 to go that time by with the 42 of Bobby Leclerc. Oh! Siernitzky goes around off the 4th corner, sitting off the speedway, and a little bit rolling, but I think he's going to wait for the traffic to come by because the sticks are up. 2 to go that time by, and oh, the 57 of D. Penny again gets sideways as well off that 2nd corner. Off the 4th corner they come. White flag is out. Final time around for the Sportsman division. Leclerc and Young still battling 1-2. Everybody else coming around to make the field. And down the back straightaway for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Sierrandinski gets going. Checkered flag is out, and Bobby Leclerc is going to take down the win.
Bobby Leclerc.
And second, Glenn Young with a great job, finishing second. Lawrence sits third. The 21 of it drove fourth, and I believe the 57 of Dean Petty rounding out the top 5 for taking down the win.
Old Rapid Robert, Bobby Leclerc, in his own automobile on a rain in Massachusetts. It's Leclerc Fabrication and Welding sponsored automobile, Nantucket Gold Sun Care Products, Hollister Auto Body, Laveris Insurance. There's old Joe in there again. JB Floor Covering, Precision Racing Engines, Distant Classics, ET Landscaping, K&S Signs. He's got a great line of sponsors, and he's a great kid. Let him hear it, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes through that second turn and down the backstretch. He's earned it, every bit of it, and you'll see him in action one more time, October 12th, the DAV Memorial event. We'll be looking forward to seeing many of you here, as well as seeing Bobby Leclerc try to do it again. Well, Kevin?
You know, Wally, I'm looking over tonight's winners, and a lot of Frenchmen have won. You've got Bobby Leclerc, Roscoe DeJesus, Jerry Degas Barry, Pat McCrone is an Irishman, but a lot of the abbreviated names winning tonight. Do we have one in the Pro Stocks to finish out?
DeJesus is not a Frenchman.
Okay, I'm wrong on that one. What is it?
He's a good port, I believe.
Okay, a lot of abbreviated names. Rhode Island taxi number 47 out of South Attleboro, Mass. It's Rocket Ron Nordbeck.
Oh, get him on.
Outside of Ron out of Somerset, Mass. 12 points out of the championship. And the Viveris Insurance, G. Lopes Construction, Pierce Jewelry number 46. Earlier feature winner, Chad Chase.
Yo, Chad Chase. Go get him.
17th on the field out of Pro Stock champion, and we are underway.
Whoa.
Up front, Don Henshaw and the 96 of David Hutchins battle side by side. Here comes Cavallero on the inside, Hassel, and look at Dion make it 3 wide. Dion, no nose, no drive passenger door, working the high groove, trying to work his way to the front and make this a successful evening after the first feature event. The cars to watch, Chad Chase, Rick Martin, and Lenny Ellis. Look at that. Martin's already got 5 cars on Lenny Ellis. Martin slicing through the field. Ellis gets in front of Chase as they battle towards the front. Vinny and the 14 of Martin battling mid-pack, and now Ellis closes it up to 3 cars. Can he hold on for his first ever Pro Stock Championship? They battle side by side. Dave Hutchins way out front. Dion moves into second to the outside of Henshaw. Cavallero trying to follow suit. The inside line moving as the 66X of Alan McClure right in front of Lenny Ellis. And Chad Chase right behind Ellis as they try to catch Radical Rick Martin out front of these drivers. Dion now sits second, got about a quarter of a straightaway behind our leader, Dave Hutchins, who ironically won his first feature event in this race last year, the final Saturday night event. But Dion sits second on the field. Cavallero sits third, Henshaw fourth, Scully fifth, Dewey in sixth, and now Martin up to seventh. Eighth is the 15 of Hassel. As there are 3 cars, 4 spots, and oh, Keller goes around with a flat left rear tire. Caution. And that brings out the first caution of the event. Ron LaPerche pulls his number 49 into the pit area. Kevin,
Here we go.
we're back underway. Green is out, and Dion able to hold on with Hutchins as they head down into turn number 1. Dion in the 99 on the outside, that half a bodied car. And look at this, 3 wide for that 5th spot between Hassel, Dewey, and the 28 of Henshaw as Martin squeezes through, and Lenny Ellis trying to work his way down through as well. So right now the battle is for the points between Lenny Ellis, and he loses a couple of spots to Martin, and Chase makes it 3 wide, squeezes Ellis up, and takes that spot away from him. So Lenny Ellis has definitely got his work cut out for him. And the black flag out for Ron LaPerche in the 47 as he drags that right front fender. Well, up front, Dave Hutchins continues to set the pace. Wayne Dion second. Cavallero holds on for third. And look who's sixth. Radical Rick Martin. Chad Chase trying to slice his way through the field. Lenny Ellis trying to follow him through as well. All trying to get to the front and get a piece of that points battle for the 1997 season. Hutchins doing a great job holding on to that top spot. Dion being a gentleman driver, letting him run his own groove, and Dion's going to take advantage of any slip-up that he can. And Chad Chase and Lenny Ellis have now moved to the outside groove, working the outside of Todd Henshaw, trying to catch up to Martin, as Martin is now 5 spots on Ellis, but as they get by Todd Henshaw, that'll be 4, and he'll need to stay within that to claim the championship. A bunch of cars all together up front trying to battle for position as Matt Dewey loses a couple of spots as the 2 of Scully gets by. Look out front now, Dion working the high side of Hutchins for that top spot. Side by side down the back straightaway. And Hutchins and Dion then, oh! The 2 goes around right in front of Rick Martin. And everybody, all the points leaders able to get by. Martin heads up driving, taking evasive action. And
We got to start, Kevin.
we've got to start. Hutchins with a good start that time, but Dion's able to hold on with him on the outside. Look at Rick Martin right there as well. Martin knows what he's got to do, but we've got some cars together. It looks like it might be the 12 of Bobby Pellin, the 39 of Eleanor Wing. Both
Up
cars
against the
getting
wall. We
together.
have an automobile up against the wall.
I think that's the cars looking for the green. We're back underway, and Dion gets the jump that time on the outside as they hit it to 1 and 2. And Dion takes that top spot away from Hutchins. Hutchins settles in for second. The battle for third continues between Dewey and a radical Rick Martin. Ellis working the high side, gets by Chase, working the outside of Hassel, trying to catch the 14. That's his closest point competitor. Chase only 2 points behind Martin as they all battle for the top spot, the 1997 Pro Stock Division Championship. Dion out front, Hutchins sits second, Martin works the outside in third, fourth the 02 of Dewey, fifth the 11 of Anarumo, sixth sits Ellis, seventh Hassel, eighth is the 46 of Chase. Ellis has to pass at least one more car to guarantee a tie in the championship. So Dion continuing to set the pace at the top 6 cars under a blanket. Oh, Vinny Anarumo gets sideways. Ellis up to 5th.
Here's the halfway count.
Here's the halfway. Ellis up to 5th. That's what he needs. He needs to get one more car to guarantee it and stay there. But he's got a lot of good cars in front of him. Dion setting the pace. Second is the 96 of Hutchins. Third is the 14 of Martin. But Martin working the high side. Look at Dewey making 3 wide underneath the 96 of Hutchins. As Ellis sits there, squeezes out Vinny Anarumo, sits in 5th. He needs to get by one more car. Off the 4th corner they come. Dion, Martin, Dewey. Ellis looking for 4th underneath Hutchins. Hutchins trying to hold on. Ellis off the gas just a little bit, trying to take away that 4th spot. Anarumo sits 6th. Chase sits 7th. Ellis is in 4th.
Ellis is in 4th. All right.
If he can stay there, he will clinch the championship. Radical Rick Martin works the high side of Wayne Dion for that top spot. Dewey sits 3rd, looking for another win. Ellis 4th. Anarumo 5th. Chase sits in 7th. Martin working the high side, working that high side. Dewey trying to make it 3 wide. Into turn 3, Dewey works the low side, trying to take away the top spot for Wayne Dion. Dewey on the inside, Martin back to 3rd. Ellis right there on the inside, and we've got a caution for Danny Gamache in the 3rd quarter.
Well, how do you like that?
Wow, that's all I can say. This is going down to competitors in the Pro Stocks, and that one's going to be a no-go. Caution lights out. And going to try that one more time. Martin trying to get a bit of an advantage over Rick Martin.
Yeah.
Remember, the stripe off the tunnel is where until he hits the stripe. And That one's a no-go as well.
Charlie St. Hilaire will be down there with a shotgun telling them where
No, I think our Dion sets the pace, hits the gas, green is out, we're back underway, and that time is what we were looking for. Dion gets to the advantage. Here comes Dewey on the inside. Ellis trying to squeeze down on the inside and hold on to that fourth spot, but Vinny Anarumo in the number 11 is right there. Dion out front. Dewey sits second, Martin third. Ellis holding on to fourth, and Vinny Anarumo just a little bit loose off the corners, but able to hold on to the inside of Lenny Ellis. As Ellis starts to slip just a little bit on the outside, Martin back to third, Dewey up to second. And we'll see what Lenny can do on the outside with the outside groove open. Dewey makes a bid underneath Dion for that top spot. Dion and Dewey 1-2, Martin back to third. Vinny Anarumo fourth, Lenny Ellis fifth, Chad Chase sixth, all battling for that top spot in this Pro Stock feature event. Ellis continues to run the high groove with along the side of Vinny Anarumo for that spot. Dewey makes a look underneath Dion off the fourth corner. Can he get it done this time? Into the second corner, and Dewey's got to jump on Dion. Down the back straightaway they go. Dewey on the inside, Dion on the high side. 10 to go, this time by. Dewey trying to take, Dewey and Dion get together, and the top three get by. Dion goes around, and that's going to bring out another caution in this Pro Stock feature event.
It doesn't all okay.
Points championship. Green is out. It's a good restart. And Martin gets a big jump over Vinny Anarumo. Ellis moves up to second, and we'll have to wait for the next 10 and a half laps to find out who's going to be the championship. 10 to go this time by Rick Martin, Lenny Ellis, Vinny Anarumo. Alan McClure's worked his way up to fourth. Chad Chase rounds out the top five. Martin has a 3-car length lead over Ellis. All Ellis has to do is keep him in his sights, and it's all his. All the glory and the honor that goes with the Pro Stock Championship here at the Seekonk Speedway. Off the fourth corner they come once again. Single file, your top two cars. We'll look at the 66 of Alan McClure, the 46 of Chad Chase battle. And Hutchins and Tripp get together off the second corner. Tripp taking a wild ride over the nose of Dave Hutchins, bringing us under another caution. Laps remaining, and we are underway, and Ellis able to hang with them into turn number one. Martin out front, Ellis sits second, Anarumo third, trying to take away that second spot away from Lenny. You know Lenny doesn't want to give that up, though. Chase sits fourth. McClure rounds out the top five. And Martin continues to set the pace. Ellis and Anarumo second and third, Chase fourth. And all Ellis has to do is finish in the top four and he'll claim the championship. And he's going to be tight because Chad Chase is right there. You know he's not going to let him in.
No.
5 to go this time by. Martin out front. Can he claim the championship? Can Ellis hold on? Sits in third. Chase on the inside for that spot. Martin continuing to set the pace. Anarumo sits second. The battle for third between Chase and Ellis side by side for that spot. Anarumo gets underneath Martin for that top spot. A little bit of contact with 3 to go. You know, Ellis would love to see somebody else get by Martin. Sticks are up. 2 to go in the 1997 Pro Stock season. Martin still setting the pace. Anarumo second, Chase third, Ellis fourth, McClure fifth. It's going to come down to this. One more lap to go. Martin setting the pace. Anarumo second, Chase, Ellis. All Ellis has to do is hold on, and he'll claim it by a mere 2 points over radical Rick Martin. Here they come off the fourth corner, and Rick Martin takes the win. Anarumo second, Chase third, and Lenny Ellis is your 1997 Pro Stock champion. That is unofficial. We'll have to go through the teching, have to get the official scorer's word. But it looks unofficial that Lenny Ellis has taken down the championship.
The O2 just had a flat tire here in the home stretch. Well,
For taking down the win.
as a politician would say, I want a recount. But I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Well, taking down the win in this Pro Stock feature event, his third in 1997 for points, his fifth overall, out of Westport, Massachusetts, driving the Whitewater Seafood, Precision Racing Engines, Edna May Fishing Vessel, New England Tech, Acme Sanitation, Estrella Trucking, number 14. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your 1996 Pro Stock champion, Radical Rick Martin.
Casey ambulance.
Yeah.
They'll come on.
But we'll have to wait for the official word from our scorers to find out if he was able to do it.
Well, I
He
got a
finished
lot of
fourth.
confidence in your mathematics,
He
Kevin.
finished fourth.
So I think you'll have it well under control.
And he did. It's official. He finished fourth. He's just got to pass Tech.
It's finished. He's finished fourth. So officially, Kev's got him about 2 points ahead of Rick Martin.
And Lenny Ellis.
And Lenny Ellis is the 1997 Pro Stock champion.
And Tech inspection, of course.
He has to pass the Tech inspection.
Well, you know something? He's been able to pass it all year. I don't think he was going to be.
Congratulations, that's going to be a good few in the first win. Very good, very good.
Lighting we can do that. I
There was great patience waiting behind Jay. You just finally tripped out before you got under him. Thank you. And it was a good job of holding off Mike Dutch. He was waiting for you to do the same thing. Thanks again. Well, Jay, I'll tell you, I'm sure that we're going to see more of the same because you've been right there so many times this year. Close. We're hoping to look for you at the Mid-Day Memorial too. Guys work out on this truck. I'm just learning to drive. I just hope I can keep up to that. Well, I'll tell you, just learning to drive, it's nice getting a win still in your rookie season. It's very good. Once again, congratulations, and let's get some pictures for this guy, and let's get him out of here so we can get ready for that next race. I'm sure.
get on this side of me. That's the miss one.
I only started up. That thing sounds loud. What? That thing sounds loud. What, you started it up? Stop.
Right there. I want to see the number of the car. I also want... Over here. Hold the flag like this. Now you got it. Move back, please.
Else fast, but that was a tough one. I was going to say there was a tough little feature out there. You and Pete Fernandez on their restart side by side and looking for a hole outside. Then the 45 car comes flying back and the hood flies up on the 46 car. It had to be Harry sitting back there watching all these. We're going to be seeing you again in a few minutes in the makeup. Well, no, this is a makeup feature in tonight's feature.
In Victory Lane again, I hope.
Well, hey, that won't be so bad.
Hold the flag down. Thank you. Okay.
This,
I gotta get it.
you're recording these people walking up stuff?
Yeah. Nice. Let's go.
Hold on, kid. Hey, Rusty, I'm going to fly.
Make it tight. Get in tight. Get in tight. Nice. Thanks.
last night? Well, you're definitely going to sleep off, but you're going to go back in the pits in a few minutes, get your seat ready for number 2. You won the honor of starting from the back. So I'll tell you, you're looking out there tonight. You did everything you had to do. I'll give you congratulations on that. Get your pictures and then get ready for that next one. We'll see you here again.
Anybody got a razor? Okay, thank you very much.
What do you want in there now? You can't see the car at all. You gotta squeeze it more. Thank you. Thank you.
Can't get the car, but we can get the sign. All right, Chad. Dan, we're going to get the car ready for second one. That's part of the clock from the back. Thanks. I got to thank everybody here because you guys cheer us on every week. We try hard. We got a real good team. We're really working hard. We're trying to do it again. Well, actually, starting from the back isn't going to put you much further back than you start anyway, because you're in third place anyway. Still third? Well, I don't know. I've got to add up the points now. That was an interesting feature there. Yes. I don't know. I don't know where they were behind me. I know Ricky was quite close behind. I don't know where he ended up, but I hope we gain a few on Lenny, and best of luck to them. But hope the luck's on me tonight. It looks like so far. We hope so. Well, hey. Best of luck, and let's see if we can do it twice in one night up here in Victory Lane. I might be a first, huh, Dana? First for me, anyway. Here we go. Hey, Chad, top low! Top low! out of 3 anyway. I can't believe we did it. Well, actually, that was pretty good. I was standing there, and I could see Bugsy up there, and he kept trying to get his nose on the J. He kept trying, and then all of a sudden on the outside, he was on the outside on the restart. Who gets his nose on the J but Pat McCrowan? That's what he's in there. Well, you saw the Jay wasn't drifting up as much as usual, though. He was doing a good job of holding it down. A real good job. I don't know how he's survived it. Well, just that moment of inattention, I guess, he got a little bit wide, and that was all Pat McCrowan could wait for him. And all that old sick and tired road you were whining about the pits seemed to be able to do it. I guess we'll get one more race out of it. One more race of this, one more victory, and after getting one snatched away by the berm, you've gotten 2 now, so I guess this is helping your season a big way, isn't it? Yes, it is. Sure feels good. There you go.
was 8 series again. And the betting car was back there somewhere, so boy, I was sitting in third. Thought I was in the lead, they put me back to third, and I'm like, I gotta get out before these guys come. And somebody was putting heavy pressure on me at the end, but luckily enough, you know, they drove me and we were able to hold on.
That's one of the most exciting street stock races.
All the races we've ever won, this is the best race. And it's not just because we won tonight. We came in the middle of the pack, we had awesome competition, and the car was flawless, made them did their job. Oh, the car was great.
Oh, it was a great race. We're glad to see you.
Tell them you won in spite of Ed Yaring. I'm glad to see you guys here. And I hope you come back tomorrow.
There he is, folks. Jerry Digasparri, the winner of the street stock feature. There it is.
Everybody say two. Everybody say two. Oh, two, I didn't do it. We do another one because he couldn't count that high. We have another one too. He couldn't count that high. It was a trick question, John. I can do what? All right, come on. No, pay attention. Two. Pay attention. What's this? Two. Cheese. All right. Everybody go. Everybody go to two. When he takes a shot.
Congratulations. But I know he's hiding the back of the crowd from me right now. Bob, you put a few extra horses in here over the weekend, didn't you? No, we did something. But then again, you're the guy that had to guide it all the way to the front. And you also did an excellent job of that. But just the fact that you're battling your way past this tougher competitor as Glenn Young, that was a heck of a job. I was glad to see Glenn Young here because it's complete fun of it. I knew if I was faster than him, I knew he wasn't going to put me on. I just had to go by him. That's all. Well, Bobby, I know that you've got this your second win on the season, and it marked up your third. Hey, yeah, it's the third, second since you came back. Yeah, 1 and 5, we got 3. Hopefully you got a couple more. One more. So I'll tell you, you got one more opportunity. Then you got a vacation. This is your home vacation. You can come back and win 3 more. Good, thank you. Thank you very much. All righty, folks, time to play.
Be a double.
Thank you.
Wins at Thompson across the championship. There's the guy. The championship and the slimmest of margins separate you here this time. It's been a great season.
We're just happy to be there to put a run on for the fans. I mean, come up 4 points short, but we were there anyways. They knew we were there.
Well, Mick, you couldn't have done anything more yourself than win it tonight. And the rest was up to the rest of the pack, so you did your best.
When I got to the front, I said, did all I could do, just hang on.
Hey, hang on, you did. That was a long sleigh ride after you got to the front, I'm sure. You were counting those laps down.
Yeah, we got nothing to complain about. We had a great year, 5 wins, championship up in Connecticut. Nothing to complain about at all. I'm glad for Lenny. He deserves it.
You had 3 more wins here, too, so that's a total of 7. That's not bad for any driver.
That's 5 wins here, so that's 9. So that ain't bad.
Oh, you had 5 here.
5 here.
I told him 3.
Yeah. You know he's taping him. You don't know?
Bad cameraman.
Not to mention the fact that you get a trip down to the banquet, the NASCAR banquet down in Asheville.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. We got all our plans ready to go down there, have a good time, finally enjoy some of this season.
Plus, I think this guy's got another lobster for you.
Oh, the big one's kind of got my jaw sore. I want like a bushel for Thompson.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, how about maybe a bushel of clams?
I have a lot of friends.
Well, Rick, I want to congratulate you. We want to get you some photographs here.
Seekonk Speedway people are the greatest.
All righty, folks. Rick Martin, let's get the names.
Okay, rugby luck.
Back up, please.
Now there's a pretty picture.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Nice.
Right, we're here with the winner of the Pro Stock feature, Rick Martin. Rick, unfortunately, not the Pro Stock champion.
Well, we did what we could do. We couldn't win the race. We won the race. We probably took a point short. I mean, can't complain the season we had, you know.
Yeah, you had, what, 5 wins, you said?
Yeah, 5 wins. You can see my crown over there. It's going to get handed over to Lenny, but I'm glad to see him have it. I mean, he's a hard worker. He deserves it.
Yeah, at least when you lose to somebody who was a clean racer, I mean, you know, you couldn't get much tighter, although you did a little bit tighter last year. It can make you feel like you did your best.
Yeah, we did what we could do all year long. I mean, it comes down to who's going to break. I don't think he had a DNF. We had that one DNF, so nothing to complain about. We're happy.
Yeah, it was a great race. Tough. You had to move away to the back.
There was a lot of caution from the dude. The crowd really wasn't helping a couple laps ago. I got to thank Vinny on the wall. It wasn't me. It would have took me out.
Yeah, that's true. You guys did some really good, close, clean races.
Yeah, it's nice guys like that, you know, you can run with them. Some guys you're afraid to get close to. Guys like him, we could rub. And he'll give me a rub, let me know he's there when it's time to go over.
Well, it was a great race. We want to congratulate you. It was a great season. You still had the Thompson Championship. We're still going to take that away from you. That's a lot harder to win.
Yeah, big call.
There he is, folks. Rick Martin, the winner of the Seekonk Speedway feature tonight for the Pro Stocks.
Thank you. Nice. Stay right there. Nice. There we go.
Okay.
Okay? And a nice old champ.
Okay, thanks.
Take that wallet.
I will. I put it in my wallet, but it
You
won't
better
fit.
keep in that wallet, because you never know when you get another one of these.
All right, folks, if there's a sentimental favorite anyway, it's got to be this guy, Len Ellis. And you got to step forward, Len, because we're on a short board here. Len, heck of a race tonight. You managed to do just what you needed to do. You got there, and you brought it up here for the championship tonight.
Well, you know, all the guys ran me clean all night, except for the first race. I thought that was a little bit tough out there, but no, we were very happy. Everybody came in. It was a good, hard race, and I'm sure the fans enjoyed it. And what really makes it special is all my daughters and my sons are here tonight, and I'd like to dedicate this championship to my mom.
All right, yeah, Len, it's been a good season for you, a real good season. You got the win that you've wanted for a while. You got the championship on top of the win. As a matter of fact, you were on the way to the championship before even the win came along.
Yeah, we've been working all hard since I've been racing. I wanted to do this, and I've tried really hard. And I can't thank everybody involved. They all helped out, all from the people down to the fundraisers we run, the people that come in and make the food, to the people that just stuck with me and said I wasn't a lousy driver, and that really that if I had a decent car and everything else that I could do it. And I thank everybody for really, sticking with me.
Now, calling you a lousy driver, Len, that's going to be awful hard to do because every season for the past decade or so, you've been in the top 10, save one.
Yeah, but I think, really, if anybody had a choice of a driver, they probably would never pick me. I'm not aggressive, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. Thank God for Ronnie Pond and my crew, my family, and everything else, because my sponsors, which I can't say enough about, are sticking with me when other people have tried to get them away because they said I was a bum.
I beg your pardon about not aggressive. I think last week we saw something go flying past a couple of cars into the lead, which was probably one of the most aggressive moves we've seen here all season.
We had a good run on everybody, and Bobby Pellin ran me really clean on that, and it helped us out. And when we got the lanes, we were doing good. I actually think, Rick and I, Vinny was very fast tonight, and I think it should have been a good show for everybody because certainly it was scary out there. I didn't want that last caution. I'm terrible on restarts.
Well, I'll tell you, the restart this time wasn't too bad. You got exactly where you needed to be. You wedged the car in where it needed to be. And I believe that you came in 4 points to spare.
Well, I think we can check it. It's probably 2, but whatever it is, I don't care as long as we won. That's all that matters.
Never was good at math, but Len, I'll tell you, going back to the beginning of the season all the way to the front, you had to be driving at least a little bit aggressively because you came into the lead at mid-season and you held on all the way to the end.
Well, we had some good luck. I mean, Ricky probably would have won if he didn't break. Chad probably would have won if he didn't have the fuel pump problem. Alan McHugh probably would have won if he didn't get DQ'd. But I won, and I'm happy, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I think we earned it as a team, and as the whole United thing here.
I tell you, you do have a good team. You've known them all for years. You've had a new addition or two over the years, but you've always stayed at the front. You've always stayed close to the front, and this year it all paid off, all that perseverance.
Well, like I said, we all know I'm a bum driver, and it's thanks to my crew, my sponsors. I can't say enough.
Okay, folks, there you go. The bum has won the championship. That's his own word. Now let's get Mrs. Vendetti in here.
Wait, you're getting in the way. She has to take a picture.
Don't worry about it. She won't.
I got to get
I need Johnny to have
this guy out of the way a little bit. Please. We got the lights on for me, Joe, please?
Oh, hang on a minute, John. I'll suck you up in a minute.
I want my crew and my
Jay, it's cold. She's over there.
That's right. I'll tell you something, too.
I can't take it. I'll get the lights on. One more.
Come on, Lenny. Lenny, smile.
Stay there.
I feel like the fairy godmother.
Lenny, you look like a pig.
And I want to tell Gail and Cindy, if they hire that girl again, that's it.
Come on in, Agnes.
Okay, you got it, Gina.
Raise the big lady.
Thanks, Charlie. Okay, now his family.
Want the crew and the family, and all my friends, please. You want to drink this? Come on, guys. Come on. What do you want to do? Crew first, and then you want to do family and crew?
Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
Get over. I'm not going to drink it, don't worry.
You don't look professional.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, folks, we're here with the 1997 Pro Stock champion, Lynn Ellis. Lynn, congratulations, I guess. The season's complete.
This BOC, Bob Sunoco, Peckham's Rental Center, Mark's Parts, Manchester Racing Engines, Family Chiropractic, Boss Towing, Snap-on Tools. Monte Carlo was great.
I think you got everyone in. Did you get everyone in?
I hope so. Yeah. Suze Jaffra. She didn't put much stuff in them. No, it was great.
Well, folks, you got his win, and you got your Pro Stock championship, and those were a tough couple of races you had to run tonight.
As far as I'm concerned, my racing career is fulfilled if I never win another race.
Well, we hope
it doesn't get any better. Well, that's up to the crew and the guys. You know, I can't do this by myself. Without these guys and everything, I can't do it. I tried a bunch of years ago by myself, and I was terrible.
Well, tell us a little bit about the races tonight, the incidents. You guys had to work a lot to come to the front.
Well, it was everything that was built up for. Chad Chase said it was going to come down to the last turn and the last lap. He wasn't lying.
Yeah, I mean, Chad won the first one, and then Rick won the second one, and they did everything they could to try to get past him.
Yeah, that's true. They did what they had to do, and we did. We were lucky. We were just lucky. We were fast, but we were lucky too. We could have faded out that one spot, but we were lucky. We got it. Thank God for the crew and everything else. I can't say enough.
Well, we want to congratulate you. It was a great season. We really enjoyed it. We still got one more race left. We'll see you on TV.
Yeah, that's just going to be one big party. We don't care about that.
It'd be nice to win that one.
Oh, let's get some of my lap money that I got to get.
Well, there he is, folks. Your 1997 Pro Stock champion, Lynn Ellis.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Stay right there for 1 minute alone.
Are we going to do the crew right now, or just
Let me get this one here. Nice. Give me a smile, man. I love it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
What you need?
Can we get the crew?
Do you want it for the whole crew, too?
Come on, guys.
It's okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to close up.
Milan, you're going to hold that one.
Sorry. Hey, Ron, you want this or what?
Here we go, Lenny. Set.
Okay, I want my family now.
Okay.
Come on, Nicole, Christy, Tommy, Jimmy, Sue.
Numbling. Hey, this one's cold.
Here we go.
Woo! Come on, all you guys have made it possible. Come on, come on. Everybody. Family, everybody. Come on, family. Come on, Lori. What? Come on, guys.
Here we go. Thank you.
Hey, VOC, yeah!
Oh, yeah.
You're sticking with me, buddy.
I didn't even see you. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, Jackie.
Come on, honey.
You better get
Indoors on the floor.
Rhode Island in the number 5. Outside of Jim, out of Johnston, Rhode Island, in the number 18, it's John Jeremiah. Starting 13th out of East Providence, Rhode Island. In the number 36 out of West Warwick, Rhode Island, it's Corey Boudreau. Starting 15th in the inside of the final row out of Dayton, Mass, in the number 43, it's going to be
Can you hear me now? You can hear me now. You can hear me sing to you. I've got it pushed up like it should be. So you had it off in the first 3 races. Way to go, Johnny Mercury.
He'll work his way from the back. The 12 of Dulac and the 43 of Leach all trying to come through the back. There they go through the center X. Larry Porter, C.J. Mello, Wayne Woodworth, Mike Gutteri, Michael Sozars, Valentine, Dulac, and Leach all heading through the X. Out front in the normal rotation, the 84 of Bernie McDermott, as Corey Boudreau has already gotten his way up into 3rd. Now sets his sights on 2nd as they head down the back straightaway. In the figure 8s, look at the 12 of Dulac and the 01 of Gutteri go at it for that 4th spot as they head over the humps. Down the front straightaway they come. They're going to meet down in 1 and 2 as the 84 of McDermott sets the pace. But here comes Corey Boudreau in the number 36. Boudreau has closed up real quick as they head down the back straightaway, this time by cross flags as Boudreau tries to squeeze underneath McDermott as they head off the 4th corner. Cross flags are out, and the 84 of McDermott, the 36 of Corey Boudreau, battling for that top spot. Down the back straightaway, Boudreau takes over the lead, but McDermott holds on into the 3rd and 4th corner. McDermott lets up just a little bit, sticks her up this time by for Corey Boudreau, Bernie McDermott, and the rest of the field. We go back to the figure 8 racing, and it looks like the 9 of Larry Porter continues to set the pace, but here comes Dulac as he squeezes underneath the 01 of Gutteri. Has got the 55 right in front of him, Wayne Woodworth, as he heads through the X. As Dulac is trying to work his way with the 69 of Guy Liggett to take the win. White flag is out. One more time around through the X. They go, the 9 of Porter and the 12 of Dulac, as Dulac trying to work on the outside. Your leader, Corey Boudreau, in the normal rotation off the 4th corner. Here he comes, and Boudreau takes the win in that with McDermott 2nd in the number 84. The 43rd, Dan Sorrell, the 15 of Plank, and the 20 of Derek Swanson in the top 5 in the figure 8. Looks like it'll be the 12 of Dulac, the 9 of Porter, the 01 of Gutteri, the 55 of Woodworth, and the 43 of Alan Leach. So, team winners, just have to wait to find out who they are. And if I was correct on the figure 8, I could be wrong on that. We'll have to wait for the official word. That should come in just a second. So something new and exciting each and every Thursday night throughout.
Starting 17th out of New Bedford, Mass, the Three Flags Restaurant, or Amish Restaurant, Bud Stevens Street, Colorado, number 17. auto body citywide auto class, Conlin signs number 22. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Hugh Wowzer. Hugh Wowzer taking his 4th win for 1997. 2 of them coming through Thursday night in Motor Mayhem. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. Win number 4 on the season. Okay, they finally told me what we're doing for this 25-lap feature event, and that's exactly what we're doing, 25 laps counterclockwise, just like the Formula 4s did a minute ago. And we'll just have to wait for Charlie to get on the track as he's finished playing up the cars. Kenny Eichmon is our chief starter. Ed Morris is assistant up on the starter stand. Remember, no caution flags unless the track is blocked, or if there is a fire, the only reason the caution or a red flag will be thrown. Other than that, it's 25 laps, green flag racing. Okay, looks like we're just about set. Caution lights are out. Green is out right away.
rather put a 3 points just to win that race.
Yeah, I bet you he doesn't know. I bet you he didn't know.
Well, no what?
Well, it is official. Tonight's Thursday night Motor Mayhem show in the Arizona A&A Auto Parts number 10. Brother Corey there to take the victory lap with him. Terry Boudreau taking down his first win for the Thursday night Motor Mayhem. Great night indeed. Something a little bit different each and every Thursday night. It's been a great season for 1997, and of course this is the final night for Thursday night Motor Mayhem. I'd like to thank everybody for coming down here tonight. I'd like to thank all our weekly sponsors, Pepsi Cola, Coors Beer, CBI Sports, Northeast Racing Fuel, and of course Ball Hill Dodge. For the staff and management here at Seekonk Speedway, and for the family of the late Anthony Vendetti, I'm Kim Boucher. Don't forget Saturday nights. Double features, we will crown our 1997 Pro Stock champion with double features for the Pro Stocks, the Sportsmen, the Street Stocks, and the Seekonk Sports Trucks this Saturday night. Tickets for adults just $10.